Alright, 1 second. There we go. Now we're back. Okay, so I went and took my medication. I got a little bit more coffee in me. And we're gonna rush Act 5. Because I don't... Oh, first things first. Let's not be on Players 8. Okay, so... Bail! Nah, you motherfucker! So, if you haven't noticed, that was a... like... the cat enemies, and oh my god, the brambles! This is what happens in Nightmare and Hell difficulty, is Act 5 has guest enemies. So... some areas are okay, but... sometimes this can make your run really, 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 really bad, especially as a sorceress when you have to worry about specific immunity enemies. So, we're gonna rush Act 5 because I am so upset about that Diablo death. That was... I was fucking, like, grinding for 3 hours last night, fucking scared shitless that I was gonna... What's this? No, there's no way that was gonna be a 5. Like, I was fucking scared shitless, man, that I was gonna biff it on Diablo and I was gonna die, even though he's a lot easier than Bale. Well, I did die, but it wasn't to him, it was to those fucking Iron Maiden scumbuckets. So, yeah, we're gonna just get as many things done in Act 5 as I can. I'll probably play up until Ancients. Actually, no, I'll do Ancients and I'll find Worldstone Keep, but I'm not gonna fight Bale. Okay, that's stupid, no. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna kill Bale. Fuck that. I can probably kill Bale. If I can kill Diablo that easily, I can kill Bale that easily, so... I wouldn't hold my breath on it being very difficult right now. However, that does not mean I'm gonna start Hell difficulty anytime soon. I am very much not ready for that. We need Grief, and we need a better amulet. I mean, I could do with a better ring situation. AR rings are nice, but they're not SOJs, they're not Bull Kathos wedding bands. I don't think you can get Bull Kathos in Nightmare. I don't think I've ever seen it. I don't think that means you can't get it. I mean, I'm sure you can do the math if you look at the eye level and then the area levels, but and the monster level as well, but I've never seen it drop in Nightmare, so I've seen it drop before. I had it on a sorceress once, and I know I've had Hardy Cord. It's not Bull Kathos. It's one of the unique belts. I've had one of those on a Necro before. I kind of remember my paladin, or sorry, not my paladin, my beef stick. I can remember her gear pretty well. She was a Blizzball source, and she had like, oh Jesus, what was it? I don't think I had a Shaco, of course. I mean, I've actually never dropped one of those ever. I've never gotten one. Harlequin Shaco is what I'm talking about. She had... It's like Skin of the Magi or Skin of the Viper Skin or something. It's the one that's like the plus skills that's really good for Sorceress, and I had like just really cheap, shitty slut gear that was really, really shitty. So, I mean, it was an experience. She was really fun. I did a lot of clearing with her, but I never actually... I got into NetHack too much, so I had to, like, stop. Because I was focusing too much on NetHack than I was Diablo, so... Okay, I can't believe I missed fucking Shank. Wow, I fucked that one up pretty hard. Anyways. Shank is a pretty good boss to kill. I've mentioned this before. In Hell difficulty, he's very, very easy to run. He has the exact same layout every single time. I don't think he gets any crazy immunities? I think he gets, like... Oh, I don't know what he gets. He gets something, man. But yeah, he's not really a problem. Fuck it, I hate Act 5, because you gotta go all the way down here, then you gotta go to... I have not seen this place in a long time. Your kind. Blech. I love how angry the paladin sounds. He's one of my favorite characters. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So, I'm just cleaning up here too. I think he only gets like fire immune. I'm pretty sure, which means you can fuck him up with a blizzard sorceress really well. Like, I also strongly, and I can't stress it enough, I strongly recommend farming every single boss in Hell difficulty, because they all have very good drops. And if you're wondering why I'm picking up items like that, what does Larzik give you? I can't remember what he gives you. Oh, he gives you the socket punch, that's right. I might save that when I get some plain items later. I haven't used my socket punch quest either. I want a superior, preferably a superior phase blade. That's what I really want, what I really want. So tell me what you want, what you really want. Because this is, like I was saying in the last episode, you can socket punch. I think you need hell runes and something else. But it's really viable to use it on a high base damage weapon to get the maximum efficiency. It's like using it in like something shitty. Like my lore setup here it's just not that good. I could be doing way better. I could have put that in an Ariat's Helm or like just any base item that's way better. I could make another one. I mean, it's not like I can't. I think I have the runes to do it right now. So that's a thing. But, yeah. I don't know, man. I'm not really 100% one of the most memorable people when it comes to rune words. I can only remember a handful. Like Jaeth Bear. That's the only one you gotta remember. I've actually considered getting that as a tattoo. Those of you who don't know, I don't actually have any tattoos. I just never really wanted them. Well, I have, but the problem is I like too many things, and my body would just be covered in tattoos, and I'd feel like I just wouldn't be me at that point, you know? I don't know. I've always wanted to get a Leviathan cross tattoo. I've always wanted to get a Tool third eye logo. But I have those on my car. So it's like, what's the point, you know? It's like, decals are like tattoos for your car. So, go for it, right? But, I don't know. I've just never been a huge fan of tattoos, personally. Not that I think people with tattoos are bad. It's just I personally don't see myself having them, is what I'm trying to get at. I've never really thought about it. Well, I have, but I've never really put, like, deep thought into it, you know? It's not one of those things I really think about on a daily basis. Like, oh, I just need a tattoo today. I don't think that. I don't know. There's too many things I like that I don't think I'd get a tattoo of. Because there's just too many, and there's only so much of your skin, and after a while, I do think this much. When someone has so many tattoos that their skin just looks like multicolored Raisin Bran, and like, you have no idea what the fuck it is anymore, and their tattoos are just like blending together, that to me is ugly. I don't know. That to me is always ugly. That's like, dude, just pick a couple. I don't know. I mean, your body's a canvas, do whatever you want, but like, shit, man, if your whole body looks like you can't even remember how many tattoos you have or what year you got them, I think you have too damn many. That's just me, though. Let us out! Oh, let us out! They're fucking barbarians. That's what's always bugged me. They could easily just, you know, fucking break it. Like, why don't they just do that? I don't understand. Fucking barbarians are just a bunch of big old pussies, I think. That's the problem. I don't know. Why do people like barbarian class? I'm just confused. I've never really been a fan of barbarian class in any game I've ever played. It always is just big, beefy beef stick. I get it, but, like, it's just kind of boring. I don't know. Maybe that's just me being a cynical asshole, but I never got into Barb. I know a lot of people liked it in Diablo 3, but it's Diablo 3 and everything's shit, so it doesn't really matter. I liked Witch Doctor, but it was not Necromancer. I went in expecting Necromancer, and I got whatever the fuck that was, and it was not fun. Like, I can admit, I've said this before in a previous video, that I don't think Diablo 3 isn't a fun game, but it's just... it's like manipulative fun. It's not actually fun. It's just hamster wheeling you to do the same things over and over and over with no real progression, it feels like, because you're just getting, like... what the fuck is up with that barbarian? Looks like he just, like, ate his own ass. Did I just turn into Mike Matei there for a minute? I think I did. Anyways. Ooh, look at this thing. Looks like an asshole. I love Mike Matei, but yeah, it's very predictable with his sense of humor. And you can always tell a Mike Matei versus James Rolfe joke. Doesn't really matter anymore, because Mike Matei doesn't work for Cinemassacre anymore. I don't really care. I don't know him personally, so I don't have any opinion. I like James and Mike Mondays. I didn't have a problem with it. I never had an issue with Mike Matei ever. He's got a dumb sense of humor that is very similar to mine, so why would I dislike him? I love AVGN. It's one of my favorite... I bet you goddamn anything. If you walked up to me in public, God forbid you'd have to deal with me in public, and you asked me, quote AVGN, and you could see the physical expressions on my face when I do it, because I love AVGN a ton. Follow me. It's the pure joy of... I'm dead fucking serious. I love James Rolfe. He's so fucking funny. That's pretty bad. James Rolfe outside of his persona of the nerd is just so fucking wholesome. You're a noble warrior. Yeah. Give me some sockets, baby. It's Nihilithok. You're totally not a bad guy. He holds his hands together. Of course he's a bad person. I could up tier these right now, but I'll do it later. So, I don't know. I don't know. You could probably go up to me in public and be like, Seth, quote, the Frankenstein AVGN episode, and do it. Just do it. Hi, Frampt. How are you doing? Are you gonna yell at me or are you gonna go sleep? Okay. There is a matter of utmost importance. Frankenstein episode. Rah! 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 Game bad! Ah! Like, I can do probably any fucking episode of AVGN ever. It's terrible. I love AVGN so much. If I had a favorite episode... Ooh... I have a comfort episode, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, I can always default to it as the Action 52 episodes, because they're so funny. Oh, what's my favorite line from that? Alfred and the Fetick. Something about the way he says Fetick is just so funny. Alfred and the Fetick. Person, baby, person, baby... I just fucking love it. It's so funny. I don't know why. It's just that level of humor that just taps into my animal brain and just fucking shatters it. It's so funny to me. Oh. G-Force. What? I love him. I love James. He's just a wholesome dude. I love watching him play games and get scared and stand up. Like, oh! And then he stands up. That's one of my favorite, like, his Metroid playthrough where he's playing Metroid 1 by himself. That is so fucking funny. Like, shit, god damn it! I love that. The Grim Reaper's in town. That can't be good. Shitty games! Shitty games! I'm surrounded by shitty games! It's terrible. I literally will, like, watch those as background noise when I'm bored. Because they're so fucking funny. I know them, like, word for word. I've seen them for, like, years. That's why I can remember them very, 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 very fluently. I love... Actually, my other favorite episode of his was Hide Lied. Hide Lied. So wretched and foul. Just something about that. Wretched and foul. Hide Lied. I'm saying it makes me want to hurl. It's because he rehearses his lines really well, and he has a really natural delivery. I took a lot of drama in high school and in middle school, so that's why I can remember shit really, really well. I have, like, this dumb, ingrained, obsessive-compulsive personality. Well, I was gonna say it's from that class, but I'm like, no, I've had it forever. But, yeah, I don't know, I've never... It's like when people fuck up movie quotes, like famous ones, like when they go, "Hello, Clarice." I'm like, that's not in the fucking movie, alright? Stop saying it. He doesn't say it in that movie. And he never does. That... How serendipitous. Fucking James also did a video on, like, quotes that are not in movies. That's one of them. I think that was, like, his third choice. Because it's true, it's not in Silence of the Lambs. Go fucking watch it. Hannibal Lecter doesn't say, "Hello, Clarice." He doesn't do that. He doesn't say it. It's not in the movie. And if you don't believe me, go fucking watch it. And how do I know this? It's because it's like my second favorite movie of all time. That's why it's not in the movie, because I know it's not in the movie. My favorite movie is actually Pulp Fiction, if you're curious. That's a movie that's hard to recommend to people, though. I mean... Third favorite film, Ralph Bakshi's Lord of the Rings. I think that's a pretty solid one. That's because it's all together evil. I love Tolkien, so that might be why. I like it better than the Peter Jackson films, I hate to say. It could be nostalgia, but I like the tone better. It's tonally a lot better. And I think, personally, that is the deal breaker for me. Alright, so let's see how we do in here. That's not Iron Maiden, I'm not worried, but that's magic damage, and that's a lot of it. Yeah, fucking Diablo resurrected, censored fucking Andariel. She's now censored, she's been SJW'd. Oh my god! That's what I get for making fun of dumb shit Blizzard fans. I love people, like, freaking out about, like, Andariel is censored. I'm like, how? I don't see where they're getting this from. I really don't. They're saying that Andariel's new design is censored. Is it because she has a loincloth on her butt now instead of a thong? Is that considered censorship? I mean, I don't think that's censorship. It just makes sense that a loincloth. I don't think that's censorship, man. That's not how it works. I hate to tell you. Oh, fuck. I called it. I was, like, gonna say, I'm gonna get something really shitty like these. Ugh. Oh, it's that knockback. You have no fucking idea. It's magic damage and knockback. It's fucking awful. Ugh. They use Bone Spear, which pierces through enemies, and you can accidentally walk through it twice if you're too fast. So it's really annoying. I don't know, man. I think Blizzard fans are just weird. I think that's all there is to it. I've never called myself a Blizzard fan. I've played World of Warcraft for a very brief time, and I said, just not my thing. Impossible. I don't know, I just didn't like WoW that much. I get why people like it, I just don't like it that much. It's not really my kind of game. I mean, that's a pretty good Magic Find boot set. 20 to AR, 2 max damage, not very good. I don't know, WoW is... Okay, this is gonna sound really shitty, but I don't like WoW because you have to interact with other people. I'm fully aware of how stupid that sounds. And you may be thinking, are you antisocial? No, I'm not. I just don't want to interact with random, hostile, possible strangers on the internet. Call me an asshole, but I just... I don't want to have to be responsible for someone else, like, either, if it's a raid. I'm like, no, you fucked up, that's your fault, don't blame me. And then you stop being friends because you had a bad raid. It's fine if you know the people in person, but it's not the same, I guess. Like, RuneScape is a bit more insular, I guess. Like, you can have clans, but they're mainly for PvP and some raiding guilds. But for the most part, RuneScape is a very single experience. That's why Iron Man is possible. So I guess that's my problem, is I've played RuneScape for 800 years, so... If you want to know the actual estimate of when I've played RuneScape, I started playing RuneScape when I was, like... I don't know. In, like... Let's see if I can estimate a year. 2005. So I've played RuneScape for that long. That's a lot of time, man. It's hard for me to switch over to another MMO. I know you're probably like, well, RuneScape's shitty. I'm like, well, I'm very well aware of that. But I've sank so much time in my life, I can't just give it up. That's just... I don't know, man. I log in all the time and do farming runs if I'm bored and I can't be asked to do quests or a Slayer task. And if I don't want to do quests or Slayer tasks, I'll do resource gathering while I'm doing laundry or something outside. Or, like, I don't know, I'll just blow glass while I'm, like, rendering a video or something. I don't know. Like, there's always something to do in RuneScape, I guess. Whereas in WoW, it's all about get max level, do raids. I guess that's the point of RuneScape as well. But RuneScape takes a lot more time. It's very similar to Diablo in that it takes lots of actual investment to actually be good at it, and it takes a lot of personal perseverance to keep playing through to get better items and better gear. Like, I have full fucking bandos in RuneScape because I earned it. If you don't know how much full bandos is in RuneScape, it's about, right now, maybe 70, I'd say 70 mil, and then, you know, I have most every single type of item you can need that's really important. Like, blowpipe was, well, I got my blowpipe during the crash, so I got my blowpipe for only like 2 mil. Like, I have Abyssal Whip, I have Bandos Godsword, or not BGS, I have a ZGS, because I'm a broke-ass hoe. So, like, yeah, I mean, I've got that, I've got full Arims, I've got, I had a full Varix set, which I need to sell, because I don't really need it anymore, because I have full Bandos now. It's about 600k. I think it's 600 or 800k. I can't remember. It's never been a very popular set. It's good for PVM until you do, not Plague. It's Slug Menace, I think, is what you do. Oh, excuse me. I think it's Slug Menace gives you Proselyte, which is better. Prayer bonus, I think. Oh, what else do I have? I have a anti-dragon shield. It's not, no, it's just the Dragon Fire Shield. It's not Anti-Dragon Shield. Anti-Dragon Shield is the one you get in Dragon Slayer 1. It's the one that you need the Visage for. And it's not Visage, it's Visage, for God's sake. It's not... Alright, let me address this very, very, very clearly. It's not Corporal Beast, it's Corporeal Beast. It's how it's spelled. It's not corporal, like Corporal Billy Willy. It's Corporeal Beast. Jesus, I don't know how people still fuck that up. I don't know, it bugs the shit out of me. Oh, you're gonna go visit Corporal Beast. It's Corporeal. C-O-R-P-O-R-E-A-L. Corporeal. Say it with me. You know it's correct. This isn't a fucking mountain versus mountains, okay? This is like 2 different fucking words. Okay? It's not the same. Like, you cannot convince me that it's Corporal Beast. You just don't know how to read if you're gonna keep calling it Corporal Beast unironically, I should say. But it's... That's my point. It's like shit like that has been in RuneScape for like 15 years, and it still fucking bugs me. I've killed corp. You see, I'll say corp because corporeal. Corporeal, not corporal. I can't stress you enough how much that actually bugs me. It doesn't make me think you're stupid, but it makes me think you're probably stupid if you think that's actually how it's pronounced. But like, I did corp back in the day. I never, I don't know, I was really young and I was really stupid, so I probably didn't have very good... Jesus. Jesus! Okay. This is what I was saying. This is why this dungeon sucks shit. I was gonna say something about bossing. Oh, I did kill Calphite Queen at least 2 or 3 times. I did God Wars back in the day. I went with a couple of friends and we did God Wars. Like, his clan that he was a part of was running, and I just kind of went with them and said, I'm helping Daddy. I think we ran the Armadillo boss. What's her name? Something Scree or something? I don't remember. I know I've also killed Garrador a couple of times. Obviously I've done Barrows because how else do you think I made money back then? It was Barrows runs. It's like, yeah, I mean, this was a different economy compared to old school as well. I'm trying to think of how to explain it. So, way back in the yonder days of RuneScape, there wasn't nearly as much easy shit as you have nowadays in old school. To be fair, just because it's easier does not mean it's bad. There's a lot of quality of life features that have been added to old school that I actually approve of. There's some that I'm like, yeah, that's bullshit. Like, ZMI, why is that a thing? I'm one of those people that's like, yeah, runecrafting's shitty, just deal with it. Like, you just have to accept that when you do runecrafting, it's a goddamn chore. But I'm not mad. I don't think ZMI runecrafting's bad. I prefer, if I'm being honest, I really do prefer just straight up runecrafting, like running. I don't think runecrafting needed any variation. Farming contracts, that's cool. That's a cool way to get, like, Hespery seeds and stuff like that. That's pretty... It's like Slayer tasks for farming. I mean, that's literally what it is. What else? Like, all the new Slayer improvements I'm very happy with. Like, Slayer storage, I think storing tasks that just came out, that's a pretty cool addition. Because, I mean, shit, dude, what would you rather have? Back-to-back fucking gargoyles? Or, like, gargoyles and then fucking... I don't know, something really shitty. Dagonoths, I don't know. I don't block Dagonoths, because Dagonoths can give you clue scrolls. They can give you up to, like, I think, medium. So they're still worth it. I mean, if you consider a medium clue scroll, the highest reward is, like, Robin Hood hat. That's, like, what, 13 mil? Maybe it's not 13 mil. It's pretty high up there, though. It's always been very high up there. Yay! We're close to Anya. Yay! We're gonna get our reses. I'm gonna feel so happy. I don't know. There's some things that I'm like, yeah, that's like just dumb. Like Tithe Farm. That's... I don't know. I don't mind Tithe Farm as a concept. I wish it had more stuff to do. It's literally just the planting aspect of farming, which is very, very monotonous. I do have a herb sack through it, so I did do Tithe Farm. So it's not like I'm like, oh, fucking Tithe Farm's stupid, I don't want to do it. I haven't gotten a seed bag or a seed box because fuck doing that again, I don't want to. For me, seeds really aren't a big deal. Herbs, yes. You need a herb sack, that's all there is to it. I think that's a good reward, but I wish Tithe Farm was different. Because as it is, Tithe Farm is boring. And I hate that it's not instanced. That's the biggest gripe. You can have someone fucking come in there and just like, look, fuck you, and then just like start planting on top of your shit. And it's like, excuse you? What are you fucking doing? To me, that's really dumb. Like, Tithe Farm is interesting as a farming concept, though. It's not bad XP, I don't think. You see, what burns me is people are so into, like, getting max XP, and I don't get it. I'm like, why would you want max XP? Just max a skill and move on. Like, there's no point. I don't ever actually get XP earning equipment in any game. Like, if I play Fallout 3 or New Vegas, when it comes to, like, here and now, I never take that because it's a wasted perk slot. Oh my god. Yes, it's a wasted perk slot because it's just another level. It's just less time. There's no point. Like, you can get something much better. Like, I never take skills in games or equipment in games. Like, Diablo 3 had this as well. They had Amethyst, I believe is what it was. It was either Amethyst or Topaz. They were the XP earning gear. And I'm like, why? Once you hit max level, there's no point in wearing it ever again, so you just socketed better... Oh, it's so stupid. Like, I don't understand it. Like, why would you continue to wear... Like, okay, when I see someone in Farming Guild and they have, like, a fucking farming cape and the farming outfit on, I just question why they're doing it. I'm like, dude, why don't you just wear, like, fucking Graceful? Because... It's better. It's just better. Why would you not wear Graceful? Like, wear green Graceful if you're trying to go for fashion. Like, I don't get it. I don't have full Graceful and I'm 107, so shut the fuck up, okay? Like, that's... Fuck this dungeon. I want it done. I hate this area. Like, basically... If you don't know what Graceful is an item set that's done from agility. Okay, agility roof courses, fantastic update. However, what's the point of the other agility courses, though? Why didn't they just add agility tokens to the currently existing ones, and then people would run them again? Because what the hell is the point? Like, that's the sort of stuff I think should be added to old school. I think... Like, okay, Graceful, by the way... When you're doing agility training and rooftop training courses, you can spawn these, like, tokens of grace, or marks of grace, and they stack. So, when you're doing agility, if you don't know, you're just clicking on objects and then moving from object to object. You're basically doing laps, and it increases your agility skill, which is very, very useful. The problem is, agility can cause you a fucking existential crisis doing it. So, they added a reason to do it, and it's the Graceful set. So, when I used to play RuneScape, and before I quit, we had the ability to right-click, and if you right-clicked, you could say rest, and your character would squat down, and then you could generate stamina back, rather than using stamina pots. So, it kind of made stamina pots obsolete. Not really, but it didn't really matter, is what I'm trying to say. Hey! You! Nihilithok did this to me. He's a dick. So, Nihilithok did that. Alright. Anyways, yeah, talk to Mala. Boom. Give me that. Give me this. Alright. Yes, more reses. Anyways. Yeah, Graceful makes it so your run speed your run consumption is lower. So like if it lowers your weight value, which lowers your weight reduction, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm tired. It basically makes it so where you use less stamina and you can like run longer, right? That is incredibly useful when it comes to... Let's kill Nihilithok and call it a session. Well, not session. I'm still gonna do it. Fucking hell, that's terrible. Anyways. So yeah, like, Graceful is really useful. Like, because you can't restore run in old school. This is how I used to play, because it's how it used to be. In old school, if you wanted to get more run back, you drink a stamina potion. Or sorry, super restore or energy restore. Or, actually no, not super restore, super energy restore. Super restore is different. What you do, or stamina pots didn't exist. At least I think they were crafted from a different item. Jesus. By the light. Oh, he could hit me pretty hard, I think. He's already dead. Wow. Anyways. So, like, stamina pots in old school RuneScape are a little bit different. Stamina pots make it where you don't have to lose run energy as fast, and it gives you a massive buff. So you can run indefinitely till the pot wears off, right? It's a pretty damn important thing. If you're doing things like farming runs, ooh, that's not great, but it is what it is. Things like stamina pots are very helpful for certain dungeons. Like if I go through, not Yanil, it's the one with the fucking fire obelisk in it. Oh my god. Get me the fuck out of here. Get me the fuck out of this. I don't want any part of this. Oh my god. Okay. Anywho. So, Marks of Grace are basically these items you pick up and you get, like, a set, right? You get, like, this, weight reduction and then, like, restore speed faster. I was like, Martle the fuck? Oh, shit, no! I didn't mean to do that. Oh, damn it. We'll kill Pendleskin again, why not? And reroll those shitty fucking enemies, I guess. But, oh, Jesus. What is this place? Yeah, you have no idea how important stamina consumption is in RuneScape until you've actually played it. Okay. Oh, shit, 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 fuck, shit, fuck. Oh my god, alright, just calm down. Calm down. Fuck off, okay. Mana burn, you die first. Okay, thanks. Much better. Alright, now I can actually fucking focus here. Anyways. Oh, that's right, you can't fucking put rejuves on top of the big ones because it's special. I don't know. Basically, these courses were added to the game. Normally there's, what, it starts out at Gnome, and then it goes to, like, Brimhaven, all this shit. It doesn't matter. Essentially, rooftop courses were added to major cities, like Al-Kharid. I almost said Camelot, and that's not right. Sears Village, Draenor, like, and you basically run laps, and as you're running them, you get these tokens, right? So why the fuck didn't they add the tokens to the fucking old courses? That doesn't make sense. I think that basically just makes it dead content. There's no point in running them because they're also like longer or not as good of XP. So most players only run them if they're required for a like achievement diary. Like the only time I've ever done the Monkey Madness one on Apital is for the fucking achievement diary. I've never done it on my own volition. Besides, who the fuck wants to do... Well, I actually have. What am I saying? I've actually gotten RFD done, which is a big fucking quest. It's a big deal in the RuneScape community. It's essentially something every account needs to do. This isn't just hyperbole. You really should do this on every account you make. It's very important. The gloves you get for it are fantastic. The actual rewards from it are very good. And it just requires a shitload of stats, obviously. It requires, like, Desert Treasure, Monkey Madness. What's the other big one? I was gonna say Swan Song, but I'm like, no, that's not. That was later. essentially, it's the big one. So it's like, but why the hell does an old school dev team add something to revive the current courses? Because they're just there. They're taking up map space, not doing anything. Like, look at the Gnome Stronghold and look how much of that is taken up by the fucking agility course. Look at Apatol and look how much stuff is to do there at all. Why do you go to Apatol? Right, exactly. That's not true. You go there to kill demonic gorillas. And, you go there to barrage. you do that in the little cave. You do that. That's what you do there. You barrage, or you chin, or whatever. You don't go there because you want to go there. It's fucking hostile and unfriendly and takes a lot of questing to get to. Like Elemental Workshop, who the fuck does that anymore? Like, I remember when it came out and I was like, this is cool, and then no one ever did it. Like, it just became dead content. Or Fire Under Ice Mountain. It's a new quest! Okay, cool, I did it in like an hour, and then there was no reason for me to do it because the rune crafting is so fucking low that it's like, okay, I guess that's cool. If I was a free-to-play member and had no idea how rune crafting works, I guess I'd try it out, but I don't know. I don't see the point. Like, there is some... I know people were bitching about A Night at the Theater. I think it was... the reward was just, like, 2 XP lamps or something, and people were bitching at the storm that it was too fucking bare bones. And I'm like... they're like, oh, there's not enough lore. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? Does anyone play games anymore just to have fun and get, like, good shit and have a good time? Or are they just focused on lore? Because I feel like people these days don't actually play games, they just absorb the lore from other games to say they know it, and it bothers the hell out of me. It's like when people are like, oh yeah, Diablo 4 is gonna have a lady as the main boss, yeah. And I'm like, have you played Diablo? And they go, no. I just know that the new thing is Lilith, she's a lady. And I'm like, go fuck yourself, right? Ooh, a crystal sword. Actually, no, let's do what I promised. I get so mad when people are just like, oh, I know the game has women in it. I'm like, I don't understand your... and this is usually coming from men. I'm like, I don't understand what games mean to you as a medium. Like, Lilith was in Diablo. She's in Diablo 2. She's the fucking Uber Quest boss. It's not like she's brand new. She was important in the fucking lore already, so why the fuck does it matter? Is it just like you realize there's women in the world and that's your one way of realizing that there's women in the world is from video games? Are you that fucking sad? Like, I don't understand it. It's like, it doesn't matter, diversity, fucking shit, whatever. Like, it's like, okay, she's a woman. Is that the reason to buy the game because it's got the woman in it? It's like, is that just how people buy things these days? It's really pathetic. I can't stand it. It makes me feel like society has regressed, and it really bugs me. Like, I'm not buying Diablo 4 because Blizzard's a shitty company, and they also really fucked up Diablo 3, so what makes me think that they're gonna make a better sequel to the game that was already a shit show as it is? So, I'm not buying it. I don't really care. Besides, it's not gonna be that great. It's not gonna be groundbreaking. It's just gonna be more of Diablo 3, but probably, like, some extra things. I don't think I'd actually buy it, because it's attached to Blizzard, and I already don't like Blizzard as a company. They don't make good games to me. I played Overwatch for, like, 10 hours with a couple of friends, and I was like, this game's pretty shitty, dude. Like, this is like baby's first Team Fortress 2. And then they were just like, oh, but it's got, like, gay characters, it's cool. And I'm like, the game's shit, dude! Like, the game is shit. If that's your one reason for playing it, that's really petty. I don't know how else to put it. Like, I don't get it. Like, people don't buy games just to buy games anymore. It's like RuneScape. It's like, look at RuneScape. It's one of the most fucking diverse games I've ever played in my life, because characters are black, white, fucking women, men, whatever. Like, they're all... it's never addressed and brought up in a weird, token and shitty way. It's just, you don't notice it because it's not thrown down your throat. It's like... I remember people going, ooh, Lady Diablo, it's gonna be so cool. And I'm like, Diablo doesn't show up until the fucking very, very, very end of the game, and it's very underwhelming and anticlimactic, and Leia just gets shredded. So what is your point of trying to say, well, Lady Diablo, Lady Empowerment, and I'm like, that's not what it's, that's just Blizzard being shitty in token. It wasn't actually something they needed to do, and it's just dumb, and I don't think that's like a negative thing to say either. I don't think that there's a point in like changing Diablo's physical appearance more feminine to make more women play the game. It's like, if that's not going to do anything. Besides, Diablo didn't show up until the very end of the game. Like, and it was so underwhelming. It was like, boo, I'm Diablo, boo, I'm a bad guy. And then he roars, and then, oh no, what do you know is gonna happen? Oh no. And then Diablo gets killed by the hero, the end, the Nephilim, cool, whatever. Did you really expect anything more or less from the story at that point? Like, even in Diablo 2, it's very underwhelming. Like, actually, it's a little bit different because in Diablo 2, all the events have already unfolded, and it's already being portrayed to you from Marius' perspective in Act 5. You see, that's why it's a little bit different. Because I'm not saying Diablo's appearance is any more or less exciting. Because you're already late. Diablo's already resurrected by the time your character gets there. Have you noticed a theme of that in the story of this game? When you get there, it's already done. Like, Diablo has already been revived. End of story. You get there. You get to the Tomb of Tal Rasha, looking for Baal. Baal's already done. Baal's already free. You get to Mephisto, you're too late. Ha 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 ha. Diablo's already trying to redo his thing. In Diablo 3, it was Diablo got revived, he says some edgelord shit, and then he dies. He didn't do anything! Fucking Diablo didn't do anything in Diablo 3. He was there. That's it. His name was on the box, and he was there. Do you know who the main villain of that game was? And it should have been fucking Azmodan. That's who I thought the villain was gonna be, and then it was disappointing and stupid and shitty. I was genuinely interested in Azmodan as a villain, because he didn't like Diablo. He was like, haha, fuck you, I'm the baddest motherfucker of hell now. And then, like, he was like, my minions will find the stone. The whole game was centered around him finding the fucking world stone that was corrupted. And then, at the end, it didn't fucking matter. It didn't matter. Like, you kill Azmodan, he died. It was so anticlimactic. You didn't see him do anything as a villain. He didn't do anything bad. In Diablo 2, what's the main focus? Okay, Diablo resurrects all of his brothers and gets them all to go and re-influence Hell's Dominion and take over Sanctuary, right? That's the basic plot. Why does it work? Because it's already happened. It's happening and you're trying to cut your way through all the shit that's been infected. It makes sense. What's the Act 5 story? Baal fucking corrupted the World Stone by putting his dirty hentai tentacles into it, right? He fucking succeeds. He literally corrupts and fucks up the earth, and Tyrael goes, I don't know what the hell is gonna happen next. That is good. That is a good story. Diablo 3, Diablo goes, say goodbye to your precious heavens, Imperius, and then he gets killed. He doesn't corrupt heaven. He doesn't corrupt anything. Malthael was corrupted because Diablo needed an edgelord fucking mascot for the shitty DLC. That was, let's face it, DLC more than an expansion. It didn't add that much to the game. Like, I mean, seriously, what did Diablo do in Diablo 3? Like, what did he do? Did he raise an army? No. Azmodan raised the army. Azmodan invaded Ariat. Why did Azmodan invade Ariat? Because it contained the Black Soul Stone that was a big fucking MacGuffin. It was really goddamn stupid. Like, and then, how long is Diablo on screen? For like 5 minutes. Tops. What does he do? He throws Imperius and he goes ha 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 and he breaks the door. That's it. That's all Diablo did, that's all he was doing. And you have no fucking incentive to kill him. He basically just shows the fuck up and then you kill him. It's really dumb. I cannot stand that game story. It's so stupid. And then the ending is even like happy-go-lucky. Okay, why the fuck did Tyrael just have a goddamn mental breakdown and just stand there and cry, basically, while heaven was being sieged? The very place he was born and had, like, his entire existence, right? Why would he just stand there and go, I don't know what to do, Andy? Tyrael sounds like Don Knotts now, apparently. Like, what did he do? He didn't do anything. He fucking stood there like a fucking lemon and just went, I don't know, hero, do it. And then he just goes, I'm gonna usher in a new age of man. And then, that's it. That's all he did. That's all Tyrael did. It was really stupid, and I don't know why people think that story's good. Like, Leia is a character that's just a fucking retconned MacGuffin, and her entire existence is fucking stupid. It should have been Azmodan corrupted the world, and then he became the main villain, but no. It's Diablo. What do I think's gonna happen in Diablo 4? Lilith is gonna fucking revive Diablo. Go fucking figure. That's what's gonna happen. Is it really that shocking? She's holding his fucking skull in the, like, teaser stuff. Does it really look like it's gonna be anything exciting? Like, I guarantee you it's gonna be a very safe, stupid, boring story. And it's just, I don't care. That's all there is to it. I'd rather play Diablo 2, because it's a fun game, and I actually enjoy it. I have never, in the 3 years of playing Diablo 3, I never get the urge to go back and play it, because it's not fun. It's manipulative, and it's not even gonna be the same game if I go back and play it again. Like, it's just gonna be... all the things have changed, all the characters are different, everyone's now the same, everyone's all equal, everyone's happy, good, 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 every skill is nerfed. Like, I already know, like, it's not gonna be the game that I want it to be, and I don't care. I will probably move on to another game before I play... Actually, I'd probably play another mod of Diablo 1 or 2 than play Diablo 3. And that's saying something, right? Because I actually have. I've played MedianXL, I've played fucking... what's it called? I really want to try Path of Diablo, and I really want to try Path of Exile, but... I don't know, Path of Exile I've been hearing a lot of weird shit for lately, so I don't know. Path of Exile looks interesting, but I just hate that whole, like, oh, there's a woman character in it, it's good game, and I'm like, that doesn't equal good game. If the game is shitty, the game's shitty. You know, I bet you anything, they'll fucking kill Lilith off in like 5 minutes, and then she won't even be relevant anymore, because what's the point? Like, is she gonna be exciting and cool and do something? No, she's probably just gonna revive Diablo and then die. Or she's gonna absorb him or betray him because she's a demon. Like, what do you think is gonna happen? Like, Diablo has a very rich lore, and I think that's the only thing that people focus on, though, nowadays, is lore. And I can't say I'm not guilty. I sometimes just turn on game lore background noise, but I already know it. So it's like, for other people that are just like, I know all the things about Diablo without having played it, but they don't know how the game is. They go, but it's a good game. And I'm like, no, it's shit. Or the new one, I should say. Like, there's a really interesting lore series I've seen. I can't remember the name of the channel, but what he does is he plays Diablo 2, and he attempts to create a narrative from the player's perspective. I can't remember his name, but it's really cool. I like stuff like that. That's interesting. Even though I already know what's going on, I like it. It's a fun thing. He tries to incorporate gameplay into it too. Like, and then the hero struck down Nihilithok in the halls of the Vaunt, and then he summoned his courage to go back onto Ariat to finish his struggle against the demon Baal. Like, it's actually pretty cool. I like that. That's creative. I like it. Deckard Cain. What do you got for me, man? It's like Deckard Cain's death in Diablo 3 is one of the most dumb fucking things ever. I mean, I don't care that he died. I cared how he died. You gotta remember, in the actual game's lore that's really there, like, Deckard Cain was like fucking Tal Rasha. Like, he was a big fucking deal. But I'm not gonna go there. Framps looking at me in the hallway like I've done something wrong. He's just sitting next to the door looking at me like, uh-oh. Uh-oh, the human's on a rant about that one thing again. Look at Mala, look at her. Mala is more interesting than Diablo 3. She has so much more personality. Look at that, she straightens her spine out. Look at her go. She's seen some shit. Look at her feet, look at her tiny little feet. Look at her cute little hair and her little dress thing. There's more personality in that. Yeah, that's right, Mala. Go away. I don't want to look at you anymore. Stay in your hole. It's where you belong. Not really, you're cool, Mala.